What up, guys? Today I wanted to check out Flora's favorite item story, so let's go into that. Hopefully they made this nice. Like I said before, she kind of got shafted for her event, you know, being before the winter units and stuff, so she kind of got griefed. Hopefully they did some justice to her. Let's see. Also, I have like hella maintenance kits, so I should be able to get like everybody up pretty easily. The door slides open. Hi, Flora. Oh, it's great to see you, Blossom. Have you come to check on the little one again? Yeah, I've been wondering how it's doing. Your timing's perfect, hehe. I was hoping to show you something. The Coreopsis has been growing so quickly these past few days, I have no idea what that is. I'm not even gonna pretend to know. Really? Yeah, you'll be surprised when you see it. Why don't we go take a look? Sure, aye, Captain. I follow Flora deeper into the garden. There, filling the planter to the brim, is the Coreopsis, lush and thriving. Wow, it really has grown. Right? Its stems are much sturdier now, and the color of its leaves has become much more vibrant. It's all thanks to you stopping by the garden to tend to it. I'm just doing what anyone else would do. To a flower, that means a great deal. Knowing that someone remembers it enough to keep coming back gives it the strength to keep growing. Well then, I'll keep coming. I'm sure that will make this little one very happy. Oh, also, since you're here, there's something I was hoping we both could do for it. What's that? It needs a bigger home. Ah, I see. It's grown so much that its current planter is too small now. That's right. With its leaves and stems growing so rapidly, the inside of the planter has started to fill up with roots. So, do we just need to move it into a bigger planter? I think these guys are talking about like the vase, no? Like the thingy? What is that even called? I don't know. That would work, yes. As for which planter to use, I was actually hoping you and I could make a new home for it. You want us to make the planter ourselves? Yes, a ready-made planter would do just fine. But it's the first plant you and I have nurtured together. So I thought it would be a nice gesture to make its next home ourselves. I'm not sure I'd be any good at it. Blossom, do you remember when you first started caring for this little one? You were awfully worried then. And yet, it's grown up beautifully. Well, yeah, because you were here to help. I did stick by your side and help, yes. But if you hadn't poured your heart into it, it would never have grown as much as it has. You played a substantial role in its development. Well, when you put it that way, I can hardly say no. Alright then, let's make it together. Thank you, Blossom. Flora turns to look at the Coreopsis. Coreopsis, can you wait just a little longer? We couldn't have gave him our name or something? Blossom and I are going to make you a brand new home. As soon as Flora finishes speaking, the Coreopsis leaves sway slightly. Oh, wow. What is it? I think it's happy. Really? We'll make you a great home, Coreopsis. Hehe, you talk to flowers much more naturally now than when you first started. So, how exactly are we going to make this planter? The garden doesn't have the tools we need, so we'll have to head somewhere we can actually make one. I'm sure Lantana will be able to help us. Lantana? Yeah, you'll see her once we get to the workshop. The workshop? Oh, I think I know what you mean. Is that what she calls Senti? Hehe, shall we get going then? Yeah, let's go. Flora and I leave the garden to make a new home for the Coreopsis. Also, they keep saying planter. I think it means like the pot, like the big pot, whatever, ceramic pot, whatever the hell. Anyways, the door to the workshop opens. Hi there, Flora. Hello, Lantana. I figured that's who you meant. Hey, Senti. Hey there to you too, boss. What brings you to the workshop? We came to make a planter. A planter? What kind? Are they actually called planters? I guess I've never heard of that. Just say the word and I'll get started right away. Hehe, we appreciate the offer. Actually, Blossom and I were hoping to make it ourselves this time. Really? Yeah, it's gonna house the Corpsis that Flora and I have been growing together. Oh, okay. In that case, make it yourselves does sound like it'd mean a lot more. That's why we were hoping you could teach us how to make a planter. Would you be willing to do that? Of course! I share everything I know. First, could you tell me a bit about the plant? Sure thing. Flora tells Senti all about the corpses we have been growing together. Got it. It sounds to me like a ceramic planter would be the way to go. A ceramic planter? Yup. It's easy to shape and it'll harden up nicely once it's fired, meaning it'll last you a long time. Did we paint on it as well? You bet. Just paint whatever you'd like, then apply a thin coat of clear glaze and fire it again. Do you have all the materials we'd need here at the workshop? We've got plenty of ceramic clay. The basic tools are all here too, and the kiln's no problem. What about paint and glaze? Give me a sec. I'll have to check. Senti opens a rack on one side of the workshop and rummages through some supplies. What is it? We're almost out of paint and clear glaze. We'll need to go buy some. We can do that. I'd really appreciate it. Normally I'd be happy to go myself, but Litter is away on an assignment right now, so I can't leave the workshop for long. Sorry to inconvenience you. No need to apologize, Lantana. Just tell us what we need to get. That's such a silly name, by the way. Some paint and clear glaze will do it. Pick whatever colors you need for what you have in mind. Got it. We'll be back. Thanks again. I'll get the clay and workbench ready while you're gone. That way you can jump straight into kneading and shaping when you're back. Oh, thank you. That would be amazing. Just leave it to me. Let's head out, Flora. Okay, Blossom. We make our way out of the workshop and arrive at the shopping mall. There are so many colors of paint. It's like a field of flowers. It looks like the glaze Senti mentioned is over here too. Flora slowly approaches the rack with all the different paint colors. Have you thought about what you'd like to paint, Blossom? Not yet. What about you? Maybe a flower? Hehehe. Well, for me, I'd really love for both of us to be in it. You would? Yeah, and the corpses too. I want the planter itself to show how we grew the little one together. Oh, I like that idea. Hehe, right? By the way, Blossom, are you any good at painting? I'm the finest painter the Ark has ever seen. I can't say I've ever really tried to paint before. Well, I'm probably gonna pick the second one. Then this will be a great chance for you to give it a shot. How about you paint me? Oh, are you sure you want that? Me? Paint you? Yes. That's a lot of pressure. Why is that? I'd feel bad if it didn't turn out well. I have faith in you, Blossom. Besides, if it's you who's painting me, I think I'll like it even if it's a little rough around the edges. I hope you enjoy being a stick figure, Flora. Really? Yeah. If you paint me, then I'll paint you in return. You will? Yes, I want to capture how I see you with my own hands. Then be sure to make me good looking. Hehe, will do. I'll paint you the way you looked when you were gazing at the corpses. That's what you think of when I say good looking? To me, you looked wonderful. Flora reaches for a tube of yellow paint. We can use this color for the corpses. Oh, that's the same color as its petals. Exactly. There's just gonna be two stick figures drawn on the thing. I think it will look beautiful on the planter as well. Flora places the yellow paint into the basket. Next, let's find your color. My color? Yeah. Just as every flower has its own hue, I believe every person has a color that suits them too. Your color, Blossom. Flora studies me with a quiet, steady gaze. Feel free to pick whatever. Preferably blue. It's your color, Blossom. I'm not going to pick just anything. How about this one? Flora lifts up a tube of white paint. White? White? I mean, I guess. Yeah, white doesn't clash with other colors, but rather goes well with all of them. That's why I think it suits you. Do you not like it? No, I think it's a great color. Hee, I'm glad. Flora puts the white paint into the basket. Can I pick your color then? I mean, what do you think it's gonna be? Purple? Duh. Of course. When you look at me, what color do you think of? For you, Flora. I look back and forth between Flora and the shelf of paints, and reach for a tube of purple. Purple? May I ask why? If I say it's because of your hair, is that kind of shallow? When I first met you, you felt a little mysterious. I did? Yeah, you felt like you were somehow out of reach. Oh. But the more I got to know you, the more I started to see sides of you I hadn't noticed before. You're gentler with flowers than anyone, but you have this unwavering strength when it comes to protecting what's important to you. To me, purple is that kind of color. That's why I think it suits you. Do you not like it? No, I'm just a little surprised. Why is that? I didn't realize that's how you see me. I love the color too, because it's the color you put thought into and chose. The purple paint finds its place in the basket. Now, what color should we pick next? Next should be... Flora and I stand before the selection of paint, picking out each color we need one by one. Probably blue for the sky, yeah? Alright, I think we've got everything now, right? Yeah, we've got both the paint and the glaze. All that's left now is to make the planter. Since we're doing it together, I'm really looking forward to it. I'll keep imagining how it'll turn out. Same here. And I think I'm starting to get an idea of what to paint. Hee, me too. I can't wait to get started. Let's hurry back before it gets too late. Yes, let's. The door to the workshop slides open. I'm back! Hey boss, Flora, welcome back. Thanks, Senti. We got the paint and glaze you mentioned. Thanks. Senti sets the materials we brought onto the workbench. Now that we've got all the materials we needed, we can get started. Hee, we're in your hands, Lantana. Where do we begin? First, we have to knead the clay to get out all the air pockets. Then we roll it into coils and stack them up layer by layer. Senti starts kneading the clay. Once she's done, she stacks the coils one after the other, gradually building up the shape of the planter. Then you smooth the seams together with your fingers. Senti rubs and smooths out the clay. And just like that, you've got yourself a planter. Also, if any cracks form while you're shaping it, Senti dips her fingers in some water. Simply wet your fingers and smooth the clay again to get rid of the cracks. Senti gives the surface a few light touches, then holds up the finished planter for us to see. What do you think? It's pretty simple, isn't it? It looked kinda hard to me. Once you give it a go, you'll see how easy it is. Use mine as a reference and try making one yourself. What do we do when we're done with it? Pop it into the kiln for the first firing. Senti points to the small kiln sitting beside the workbench. Carefully place your planter inside, close the door, and press the start button. I've already set the temperature and the timer. Got it. Once the first firing is done, you can paint on it. Then apply a thin coat of clear glaze. Alright. Thank you for explaining everything, Lantana. Okay then, I'll get back to my other task. Just come find me when you're done. Senti pulls her phone out and checks it. Uh-oh. What's wrong? Boss, Flora! An urgent repair request just came in. I'm going to have to step out for a bit. I wanted to stay here and supervise, but I have to go. Sorry. Don't worry about it. You've got work to do. Please go ahead. Thank you. Oh! After you've applied the glaze, you'll have to put it back in the kiln for one more firing. And then we just press the button again? Pretty much. You'll have to change the firing settings though. There's a setting on the kiln called second firing. Select that and then hit the start button. Got it. Alright, if anything goes wrong, give me a call. Will do. Good luck with the repairs. Senti gathers her tools and hurries out of the workshop. Shall we get started then, Blossom? Yeah, let's start with the kneading like Senti showed us. Sounds good. Flora and I knead the clay together. Once we finish, we stack the rolled coils layer by layer on top of the base. Then we start to smooth it out. We rub the seams between the coils with our fingertips to shape it. But the surface doesn't come together as smoothly as we'd hoped. It's not working very well. Let's try what Lantana suggested, and smooth it out with a little water. Yeah, sounds good. We get some water, then dip our fingertips and go back over the seams. It's looking better than it did earlier. Yeah, the surface has smoothed out quite a bit. We continue to smooth out any cracks we find. As we work on the planter together, our fingertips brush against each other again and again. Our fingers keep bumping into each other. I thought we were making this thing really big. Hehe, it's because we're both working on the same spot. Then I'll move to the other. Just a moment, Blossom. Flora pauses and quietly studies the planter we've been working on. I think it's leaning a little to one side. Oh, you're right. It's gonna end up looking weird if we don't do something. I'll make sure the shape holds steady on the inside. Could you straighten the leaning part from the outside? Sure. Flora reaches inside the planter and carefully supports it from the within, while I slowly straighten the wall from the outside. That feels a lot more stable now. Definitely. I think we can keep going. Yeah, just a little more push on this side. Oh no. I must have put too much force into it. The wall planter is now slightly dented. Sorry, I didn't mean to press so hard. It's alright. I was supporting it from the inside, so the dent isn't too bad. I mean, we can just straighten it out. It's not like it's fired before. That's a relief. Flora starts to press on the wall gently. She slowly pushes the dented part back out from the inside. See, there you go. I start to help shape the outside in tandem with Flora's movements. I keep putting too much pressure on it. Then would you mind if I helped? How? Here. Flora supports the inside of the planter with one hand, and gently lays her other hand on mine. Your hand feels stiff, Blossom. Relax your shoulders and wrists, then gently let your fingers do most of the moving. Flora supports the dented area from the inside while slowly guiding my hand. Little by little, the dented wall begins to get back to its original shape. Your movements are definitely gentler than before. It's because you're moving with me. Hehe, then shall we continue like this for a little while? Sure, but let me try taking the lead this time. Okay, I'll be right here supporting you, so just take it slow. I move my hand carefully, following along with Flora's touch. Great job. Just keep adjusting your pressure like that, nice and slow. Let's keep doing this just a little longer. Sure, just a little longer. With Flora's hands on mine, we continue to slowly shape the planter together. I think it's looking very much like a planter now. Yeah, given that it's our first time doing this, I'd say we did great. Should we do the first firing then? Sure, I'll load it into the kiln. Sounds good. I carefully lift the planter and slowly slide it into the kiln. Now all we have to do is wait for it to come out looking beautiful. There's a lot more that goes into making one of these than I expected. Given that it's going to serve as a home for a flower, it's only natural that it deserves a lot of care. I hope the Corypsis likes it. I'm sure it will. After all, you and I are pouring our hearts into it. Yeah, let's keep it up. What's the worst that can happen? The problem is I'm going to ruin it with my stick figure drawings. A low hum from the kiln continues for some time. Sounds like it's done. As I open the kiln door, we see the newly fired planter. I carefully lift it out and sit it on the workbench. It feels completely different from before. It's remarkable how hard the clay has become. The surface looks like it came out nice and smooth too. I was a little worried, so I'm glad. Now we finally get to add the color. what should we paint first? Since it's going to be the Carypsis' home, why don't we start with it? Yeah, that sounds good. Flora takes a brush and dips the tip of it into the yellow paint. She presses it onto the planter and begins to paint a small Carypsis in the center of the planter. Wow, you're really good. I've spent a lot of time with our little one. Enough that my hand doesn't have to wait for me to think before moving. I'll paint some leaves around it. Sure. I paint small leaves and stems alongside the Carypsis Flora is drawing. Hee. What is it? Do the leaves look weird? Yeah, I can at least draw leaves, probably. No. They look adorable. I think the Carypsis will like them. Then I'll add a few more. Okay, I'll keep going with the Carypsis. We each continue to paint, with Flora filling in the Carypsis while I sit beside her and add more leaves and stems. I think the Carypsis is finished. Yeah, it turned out really well. Now time to ruin it with my stick figures. It's time to paint us. That's right, you're going to paint me. And I'm going to paint you. Phew! Are you nervous? A little. Painting a person is much harder than painting some leaves. It's alright if it's rough. What makes it meaningful is that you're the one painting me. Alright, I'll do my best. Hehe, I'm curious to see how you'll portray me. I think I'm going to paint you smiling. Oh, yeah? Yeah, I like your smile. Flora blushes a deep red. Hey, I didn't bring red, though. Hehe. I'm happy to hear that. I'll have to smile more often for you from now on. I pick up a brush and dip it into the purple paint. I slowly move it across the planter, visualizing Flora's smile in my mind. Okay, I might be done. May I take a look? No. Sure. Why aren't you saying anything? Do you not like it? It's like, your stick figure sucks. You painted this as you thought of me. How could I not like it? I could feel the care you put into it, so I was just taking it in for a moment. That's a relief. Now it's my turn to paint you. Remember to make me good looking. Hehe, leave it to me. Flora dips her brush into the white paint and slowly begins to paint me. As she paints, she looks up at my face again and again. I'm getting a little self-conscious with how much you're looking at me. I have to look at you while I paint. You have such a steady gaze, Blossom. I do? Yeah, and that's what I keep trying to capture. I'm curious to see how it turns out. I'll do my best not to disappoint you. A little while later, Flora sets down her brush. It's finished. Painted on the planter next to the Carypsis is me smiling. Wow, it's really good. Hehe, thank you. I'm glad you like it. I guess it's time to apply the glaze now? Yeah, let's be careful not to smudge the paint as we go. With new brushes in hand, Flora and I apply a thin coat of clear glaze over our painting. I think that should be enough. The glaze is spread pretty evenly. Just one last firing and it'll be complete. Let me be the one to load it into the kiln this time. Sure, just be careful. Flora gently lifts the glazed planter with both hands and slowly slides it into the kiln. She adjusts the settings and presses the start button. It's just about done. Yep. I can't wait to see how it turns out. Me too. Sounds like it's done. As we open the kiln door, we see the finished planter. Oh, I think it turned out well. I agree, the colors became more vivid, and the glaze looks like it's set evenly. On the finished planter, the two of us glimmer softly alongside the Carypsis. Flora quietly gazes at the finished planter. Do you like it? Hehe, yeah, very much. I can't wait to see the Carypsis living in this planter. Why don't we head back to the garden? Yes, let's. The Crypsis must be waiting for us. The door to the garden slides open. Flora and I enter with the finished planter in hand. Shall we go ahead and move the little one to its new home? Yeah, let's do it together. Flora sits down in front of the old planter and picks up a small trowel. First, we need to loosen the soil so we don't damage the roots. Could you hold the planter steady, Blossom? Sure. Flora starts to scrape along the sides, gently loosening the soil with the trowel. As she does, the root balls underneath the Crypsis comes into view. She carefully starts to lift it. Slowly, the Crypsis eases free from the old planter. It's really gotten bigger. Yeah, it's kept growing in there this whole time. Flora looks at the Crypsis roots and smiles softly. Just a little longer, little one. We'll have you in your new home soon. Taking up the trowel again, Flora lays down some soft soil inside the new planter and carefully moves the Crypsis in. Blossom, we need to cover the area around it with soil. Would you help me? Of course. Thank you. Just cover it lightly. Think of it as filling in the gaps. We put in more soil, covering the area around the Crypsis. As the last of the soil settles in, the Crypsis comfortably sets into its new home. See how the leaves are swaying? I think it's taken quite a liking to the new planter. I'm glad to hear that.
お花様。
Yeah?
これからこの植木鉢は私にとってとても大切なものになりそうです。
Flora gently runs her fingertips along the rim of the planter.
お花様と一緒に
Looks like I didn't draw a stick figure at least.
慣れないながらも粘土をこねたことも植木鉢に絵を描いたこともそしてこの子を新しいお家に植え替えたこともすべて
Dude, how did it even fit in that little small planter vase thing right there? What? Yeah, it's all meant a lot to me too.
そう言っていただけて何よりでございます。植木鉢作りにご協力くださりありがとうございました。
I'm really glad we did this. Flora gently gazes at the Crypsis now settled in its new planter.
この子はこれからもますます成長していくことでしょう。お花様と私が共に育ててきた子であり、これからも大切に育てていく子ですから。
I can't wait to see it get even bigger and prettier.
お花様と共に何かを作ることがこれほど楽しいとは思いませんでした。今度は違うものを一緒に作ってみたいですね。
Yeah, I'd like that too.
ええ、約束ですよ。
Flora smiles softly and gives a quiet nod. In its new planter, the Crypsis sways gently, while Flora and I watch over it for a long while. I imagine that's the last one. Dude, that was a hella small-ass pot. How did it hold the big-ass flower the whole time? What the hell? Okay, nice. It's not bugging anymore. It just bugged that one time with sugars. That was weird. I feel like it's because we were back at the home screen. That's why it was like bugging out, right? Because the last thingy for sugars was in this like arc section. So, dude, I like this. This is a really nice angle.
違うものを一緒に作って
Oh, wait, hold on. This is so fire.
今度は違うものを一緒に作って
Dude, they have the butterfly like flying in. That's actually so sweet.
今度は違うものを一緒に作ってみたいですね。
Dude, but yeah, look at how small this shit is. How did this fit the whole flower? What? Ain't no way, bruh.
今度は違うものを一緒に作ってみたいですね。
Also, really good thing that the commander's a better artist than me, bro. Flora would have been a dead-ass stick figure. I don't think she would have liked that. At the very least, I could have got her hair down, probably. That would have looked so stupid though. Okay, real quick, let's see what I got for her. I don't think I have anything, so, you know, there's that. Let's see. Yeah, 10. Hell yeah. What do I need? 160, I think? Yeah, because after that 50, it's 110, so I need 160. Nice. I'm almost there, right? Anyways, I mean, that one was pretty nice. I did like that. They're doing, like I said before, different types of favorite item stories, I guess, right? For the most part, the past ones have been, like, fixing something that was broken. And I guess ever since the old ones, too, some of them were, like, different. But especially, like, these ones, I like them doing a different perspective, right? This one was making something and putting the plant in. Sugar's was kind of just like going back to her getting rescued again. Let's see. Which one's the other one I did recently? I think it's just those two. Oh yeah, no. And then Phantoms, right? Phantom was just trying to find something, right? It's not like the old mask was broken. It's just that we had to find it. And I thought that was nice. Okay. Oh, I guess if you don't have context to Flora's, like, event, essentially Flora's event, if I remember correctly, is Flora is missiless, right? So essentially Missiless has this, like, garden, and her whole event was, yeah, she is missiless. Okay. The whole event was Suyin, like, oh, this garden is just, like, useless, doesn't matter, wasting me money, I'm gonna go shut it down, right? And the whole event was basically Flora opening the garden to the public, I believe, and making it so that Suyin doesn't shut it down, right? Essentially, that was the whole event. So there's that. Honestly, it's been so long, and like I said before, it was in a really brief time slot. Not to mention that Flora herself is, like, kind of ass, right? At least before her treasure. I think people are saying her treasure is actually pretty good. The only thing, though, is she has a 40-second cooldown. So I think her teams are going to be kind of finicky. I don't know. We'll see when I get enough resources for her to be done. I might check her out, but on the horizon, I think I'll try to do Sentis and Zways first. Probably Zways, at the very least before the solo raid, because I'm probably going to have to use that. Probably, we'll see. Anyways, I think that is everything. Overall, pretty goated favorite item, I'm not going to lie. I'm very glad Flora got some more love. She's kind of been shafted, but then again, like, there's so many characters in this game, it's kind of hard to give everybody their own, like, spotlight every once in a while, right? But anyways, yeah, that is everything from me. Let me know what you guys think about Flora's favorite item story here. Also, if you want to support the channel, subscribing and sharing is very appreciated. And I'll catch you guys later.